Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome to another series. This is going to be a series with all the mods 10. I have done a little bit of exploration in this mod, maybe like an hour or two, so I kind of get an understanding um, of what's going on just a little bit, but I'm going to be learning 90% of it together here with you today and in the future. So we're going to start with what are we naming our world? We're going to name it Boxers Big Adventures, and we're going to make sure we capitalize everything, shall we? And we're going to go ahead and we're going to go game mode survival, difficulty normal, and allow commands off. World types can sit in default. We got super flat, large biomes, amplified, or single biome, but we're going to stick with default. Seed for our world today. I think the seed for our world today should be Boxer's Big Adventures. Capital B, everything else will be lowercase just for the sake of ease of typing. We're going to go ahead and generate structures, leave that on, and bonus chest, we're going to go ahead and keep that off. There's going to be plenty of supplies, so we're not going to have any issues getting supplies. We're not going to need the bonus chest. For more, we've got game rules, experiments, and data packs. We're going to go ahead and leave that alone. There's not really any point to it. So let's go ahead and start our big adventure here. Almost spelled Boxers wrong. Boxers Big Adventure. We're going to go ahead and start our adventure here, our new world in Boxers Big Adventures. I suppose while this is loading, I can go ahead and probably let you guys know that there are a couple of cheat-like things that are enabled in the mod pack by default. I'm going to keep those things enabled. One of those things that I consider cheat-like is Vein Miner. Some people may disagree, but Vein Miner saves a lot of time, and I think it's cheat-like in the fact that it allows me to chop down trees and do things like base building a lot faster. I think it's just a time saver, and so I'm going to leave it in. But I know some people think it feels a little cheaty. The other thing that feels cheaty but is built into the mod pack that I'm going to keep in is the ability to set a home. We're going to use that ability so that we can save our time teleporting back and forth. It's a built-in data pack command that has been added to this mod pack. It's not required, and it could probably be turned off, but it's not worth my time and energy. We're just going to go ahead and leave that on so that I can teleport to the house and save ourselves some travel time and maybe save ourselves some pain on the editing side of things. I appreciate your guys' patience with me as I enjoy this mod pack, and I appreciate your guys' patience with me as I learn to make these videos better and better, and I hope that everything goes pretty well. Yeah. So I suppose I'll just skip to it when everything gets loaded up here. Or maybe I don't have to skip to it. That loaded pretty quickly. Wow, look at that. Look at that. We are in some interesting terrain. It looks like we've got some maps already loaded up. We've got some maps. It looks like we got a couple of structures, and it looks like we are right next to a village to start. I don't know if it's a... It looks like a good village, yeah. We're right next to a village. That looks like a giant crater, which might come in handy. Don't know what these things are, but it looks like possible another village. Definitely plenty of trees, some cool trees that we haven't seen before. Why don't we just go ahead and start off with a good old FTP Ultimate Shapeless Vein Miner. Ooh, that gave me a lot of White Mandragora logs, which gives me a lot of stuff to start off with. Of course, while I can't forget, we're going to go ahead and do quests. We've got access to this over here, but the biggest, most important, interesting thing is we got Welcome to All the Mods 10 and all sorts of quests. There's so many quests in this pack that we're going to be unlocking and answering quests as we go without even realizing sometimes. But we'll start with activating this. That just gives XP, tells us all the little things we need to know. Check them off. They're not really important for you. This test about claim chunks. We don't really need to worry about claim chunks. This just goes ahead and explains the set home / set spawn, RTP with the random teleport if we wanted to. We're not going to use random teleport, but we will be using our set home. We don't need to worry about parties because we're playing solo. We don't need to... Ooh, that's loud. We don't need to worry about doing anything as far as creating teams because we're playing solo. I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember. I mean, we really won't even have to worry about too much. But we've got stuff like getting started. This is gonna be kind of the quest line we're gonna want to follow at the beginning, just to kind of get us built and going in a certain direction. We also got this quest line, which has additional stuff. Um, it's got some pictures and stuff, but this is the building tips quest line. It just gives us some tips and tricks on how to build and what we can build with. We'll go ahead and activate these quest lines, just get ourselves some more materials. Looks like we got ourselves a nature's compass for free, which is kind of nice. I would have preferred to craft that, but a free nature's compass is going to save us a lot of time and energy on the crafting side of things. And with having the nature's compass, this gives us some rewards, so that'll be interesting to look at. Back to the beginning, we got ourselves one of these. Gives us some food to start with. We got some more building tips. Apparently, we got some more stuff that it's decided to give us. We're going to get a whole bunch of these, and it looks like we're going to get valid items for chopped logs. Okay. We're going to go ahead and grab that saw. Looks like it gives us some interesting stuff. Nothing too major to start us off, but as you can see, it kind of gives us access to a lot of random things right off the bat. And we haven't even done anything other than grab a couple of logs. I know it's quite a bit of menu hopping here, but we're just kind of getting the idea, getting these little lists off, getting us started. They gave us an empty map. Not sure what the point of that is. I guess we'll have to decide what we use it for in the future. But now we're all set up. We've got an energy upgrade, which I don't even know what the point is. We don't have anything to use. We got a nature's compass, which will come in handy if we ever want to look for a specific biome. We've got some food already and some torches, and we've got a bunch of wood. We'll go ahead and turn this into wood real quick and make ourselves a crafting table. With the crafting table, we're going to go ahead and craft ourselves some sticks. Take that crafting table and make this crafting table on a stick slot. This crafting table on a stick slot will complete another couple of quests for us already. I know, it's crazy. Tons of quests. Tons of quests already being completed. It's crazy. We got ourselves our crafting table. It's insane. I know. Bear with me. I appreciate you bearing with me, but we'll go ahead and get this solved. Look, another reward. Basic tools. Give us some sticks. Yeah, look at that. Alrighty. Tons of different things. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, so many things. I don't even know why they're giving us so many. Basic armor. We haven't even crafted armor yet. I've already got a diamond. Must have been from one. Oh, look, we got 3 diamonds from one of these random crates. This is really just pushing us along here, getting us started. Some of these base quests, and we haven't even done anything. That just goes to show just how much stuff is in this mod pack. It's hundreds of mods, hundreds of things, hundreds of rewards available to us. And we're only just going to keep going from here, unlocking more quests, unlocking more rewards, and getting to more places. We've already got all sorts of supplies to get us boosted in the direction of being able to build our own house and our own space to live in. We've got trees we can grow, venison and steak. We've got diamonds, so we can even get our own diamond pickaxe right off the bat. I'm not sure what the point of having a diamond pickaxe right off the bat is going to be, other than simply helpful. So we'll go ahead and craft that, because this will be really nice to have on us, so that we can get materials and supplies. I don't think we need the upgraded pollen sieve anytime soon, and we probably don't need this nature's compass. Now, as for where we're going to go and what we're going to do, I think we're going to want to... Do we want to build a base right here? It will probably take a lot of work to build a base right here, but this is a really pretty area to build a base. It's also very flat, so there's plenty of room to work on building a base if we want to build a base. There's also plenty of wood and other things. Otherwise, we could also go this direction. It looks like there's also some fairly flat area over here, but it's more green, more pretty, and it looks like it's closer. So we'll go ahead. We haven't set our home yet, so we'll keep it in mind. And we'll take a look at what different options there are. It looks like we've got some bamboo forest and other things. Yeah, so let's go ahead and swim across the water here. Looks like no things that want to kill us in this just yet. So I'll go ahead, and what I'll do is I'm going to find us a base before we do any major exploring of things that I want to go explore. I'm going to find us a place where we can place our base. When I do that, I will come back and we will start getting working on a base. But I want to find a place to build it first. And honestly, it's going to be interesting. That's really what it is. It's going to be interesting. Ooh, look at this. While we're at it, collect this while we see it, you know? Some diamonds, some ores. It looks like a comet must have dropped in. Go ahead and mine all this, get ourselves some stuff that'll help us out in the future. This will help us build our base as well and keep our defenses pretty strong. So I'll go ahead and mine this. I'll cut back when I finish mining this and show you what I got, and then we'll go find a place to build our base. So while we were gone, we mined that little geode, and I went ahead and got 4 diamonds plus, let's see, we already had the pickaxe, so it was 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1. So 3, this plus the 2 here plus this one, that's 3. Plus 3 for the axe, that's 6. Plus 4, so we ended up with a total of 10 diamonds, guys. That's 10 diamonds. On top of the 10 diamonds, we ended up with some raw platinum. That's 7 raw platinum, 5 raw uranium, a total of, well, a little over a stack of cobble deep slate. I used it for the flooring already. And then we got 7 emerald, as well as 7 emerald. In the fights, we managed to get 2 gems, 1 unique gem and 1 fits in, and 1 regular gem, it looks like. Not sure entirely what they do, but we'll end up figuring out. I'm sure it goes to outfits. I also managed to get an unidentified set of golden leggings. Press Control T to activate World Tier Haven to unlock it. I'll have to figure out what that does, but in the meantime, let's continue on. I also managed to get some miniature red dirt and 52 pieces of regular dirt. We've got 7 chests that I crafted, a couple of bone, plus a whole spew of other things. We can go ahead and look at all this, but it's not really worth our time looking at that unless we absolutely need to. But a whole bunch of plants, as you can see, a bunch of different types of redwood saplings as well. We'll go ahead and put what we're not going to need for building our house away. I'm going to probably keep the dirt on me just because it'll be convenient in case we need it. But anything we don't need for building our house, we'll put away. Or not right away, but right now. We'll go ahead and keep the redwood and the white mangrove logs. We'll kind of we'll go ahead and hit C, Shift C, I don't know, maybe, I think, let's see, it might not work unless I do it this way, so we'll go ahead and do this, grab the crafting stick, we'll craft some stuff. So we'll turn one of these into just a bunch of redwood planks. I'll turn half a stack into white planks, just see what we can do with this, right? So we'll go ahead and go like this and get ourselves some nice white plankage going on here. And I'm not sure where we're going to put the door yet, but we'll start with this, right? This will be the base shape. We'll go ahead and get rid of some of these. And this will be the base shape, pretty much the base size. And I think what I'm going to do is, for the sake of this, I'm going to save you guys some time, and I'm going to go ahead and build this and be right back. Alrighty, so I'm back. It's not perfect. It's not completely finished. Oop, that sounds scary. Let's get rid of this guy, shall we? It's not completely finished, but we do have a working product. Ooh, it looks like we got ourselves access to a bundle, which will be interesting. Not sure what we'll use it for, but we'll figure it out eventually. And, ooh, an enchanted book. What did we get? Curse of Bones 1. Interesting. Anyways, so we got it finished. We got the, well, not finished, but miniature start to our base started. So we have storage and places to put things. So that's good. Obviously, that's a great thing. So now that we've got that sorted, we've got a couple of other things we want to do. First and foremost, I think, is we're going to want to explore and try to get a bed. The closest thing for us to explore is this right here up top. So we'll go do that real quick and see if that will get us anything of value. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. Drop some leather scrap, which is nice. We'll be able to use leather for some good things. We got a skeleton trying to kill us, but no point in fighting it. We're just going to keep going and go start exploring, because hopefully we can get a bed, and with the bed that we get, hopefully that will give us he's got some power to him. Hopefully that'll give us what I am looking for. Ooh, we got ourselves a leather tunic. Hopefully with the bed we'll be able to sleep. This is interesting because this is a crater. This will give us access to some interesting utilities or interesting things that we can use in the future. So knowing that it's nearby is actually kind of convenient. Lots of lamps. Not sure we need this many lamps, but ooh, wow, we've got a lot of items here that I'm just going to go ahead and take. I'm not sure that we need them, but I'm going to go ahead and take them. Just because they may come in handy in the future when we do reach a point where we need them. Saves us time trying to craft a whole bunch of random things. And with these lamps, I'm not going to take all of them, but I am going to take a few of them because there's no reason we need this many lamps in this particular spot. This will save us crafting lighting, which will be useful, not having to craft a ton of lighting, honestly. Yeah, okay, so that doesn't, we don't have any shaders or anything like that that will allow us to do that, so that's interesting. Not sure what this is. Looks like a saw, so we'll go ahead and grab this because that might come in handy for future builds. A broken waystone. No? Okay. That was interesting. Little glitch. Guess we don't have a waystone. Would have been nice to have a waystone, but no waystone. And what do we have here? We have some chests, some magical chests. We got another emerald, some coal, and some barrels. These will come in handy in the future because barrels make great storage. Ooh, we've got ourselves a nice iron golem here. So it looks like this village is still somewhat alive. Is that what I think it is? Is that the slime? It is a slime. We'll go ahead and have to take out that slime in a second here. I just wanted to kind of keep exploring. Keep taking a look. Almost dropped right into that slime. Not that that would be a bad thing, but probably don't want to do that just yet. Sturdy bee cage. Nice to know we have access to sturdy bee cage. And nifty slippers. Let's go ahead and put these on. Gret's relic bearer feline traits including soft paws and countless lives. Relic experience. Hold shift for more info. Using relic abilities as intended. More details can be found on the experience page. Interesting. Abilities. Cat's gaze. Scares away creepers and phantoms. Say the player. Experience spreading. Interesting. So we'll go ahead and put these on. I think I'm fine. I think I got it figured out. We're gonna go ahead and grab that because that'll be useful. We got these and slot ring when worn level 1 to flaming barrage. Not sure that I need a flaming barrage, but we'll go ahead and equip the ring. Why not? This noise is annoying. Woo. Lots of slime, lots of slime. Lots of slime. Lots and lots of slime. Lots of slime. Wow, that was a lot of slime. Hopefully I didn't make the Iron Golem too angry at me. Unfortunately, I know he's angry at me, but hopefully he's not too angry at me. Some interesting stuff up here. Definitely looks like we'll have access to a couple of nifty and interesting things around here. Almost dead. Definitely gonna want to eat and heal up. Looks like we got more potatoes, more seeds available to us, more technology. Not sure exactly what we want to do. We can come and get these seeds at later dates. We're kind of looking mostly for important information right now. Things that are going to be useful to us right off the bat, you know. Stuff that's not going to be... Ooh, drinking hat. Not sure what this does. Research. What is its abilities? Use this need to conduct the research. There we go. Increased drinking speed. Interesting. Okay, so this seems like it is something that I can put on my head. Maybe? What I do know is I need a bed. So we'll grab one of those. What is that? That's crazy. There's a priest? That's wild. Oh, wow. There's a whole lot of stuff in here that I am... like a coffin, I suppose? I'll have to take a look at that in the future, too. Oh, I can trade with him for interesting stuff. Another place where I need to pick up. Luckily, I already have slots for all this stuff. Just though, there's a lot of stuff to explore in here. Sacred Scrolls of Regeneration look pretty nifty, if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and grab some of those. Gem of Warlord. Gems are pretty nifty, so we'll probably grab some gems too. Stone swords and stuff like that, probably don't need those. Air compressor. Charging station. Lots of other stuff that we're gonna end up wanting to get a hold of in the future. We'll have to remember that this stuff is here. Definitely interesting to see the village destroyed like this. We got ourselves a pendant. Let's go ahead and take a look at this pendant, shall we? Let's go ahead and do shift research. interesting. Okay, so then let's see. We go E and bubbles, so we got ourselves something that gives us resistance to lightning damage, which is very interesting. Couple of neat little items. Couple of things that have made our lives a little bit more interesting. We don't really need that for now. We'll go ahead and take that. What is deep zinc? Lots of deep slate ores. We got ourselves some pantalones. Do we want these ones or these ones? These ones get us 3 armor. This one gets us 4. So we'll go ahead and take that one over the gold. We got ourselves another gem, and it looks like we've got ourselves some springy boots. Go ahead and research these springy boots real quick. There it is. That's what we were looking for. Nice. Got ourselves some bouncing boots. Those will actually probably come pretty in handy. So sticks are easy enough to get. We'll go ahead and replace the sticks. And let's see if we can't get ourselves some jive boots. We got some interesting stuff in here as well. Another gem. Some more bread and some more of these regeneration scrolls. Those are really nice. Definitely coming in handy on the regen scrolls. Got some other interesting stuff. Lots of sheep and animals. Definitely making lots of noise around here. But looks like we got some bacon and some wheat. Some more kitty slippers, which we should already have kitty slippers available to us. Ooh, these ones look like we can upgrade. There we go. That makes more sense. Ah, that's why. Because it looks like a pop. Increases safe falling height by a few blocks. So it looks like we've got some gloves. So we'll go ahead and put the gloves on. We'll go ahead and put some of these on real quick. Gloves. And do we have another slot for the feet and kitty slippers? There we go. We've got some coal. Lots of food available to us if we ever needed food, so that's good to know. He's not angry with us, so that's good. We accidentally hurt his buddies a little earlier. And it looks like we've got some more tons of food available to us. Ooh, we even got a hat that we can research. What is our hat going to research us? Let's see. How does this look? So it looks like we can go this way, and this way. Right? And then it looks like we've got the circular shape. No, what am I missing? Am I missing something? There it is. You're successful. What? I don't know what that means, but alright. Go ahead and, see, can I put this on my head? Or do I gotta use a different bobble slot? I gotta use a different bobble slot. Let's find out, shall we? Yeah, so I can't wear that right now. And then we got all sorts of fun stuff that we can come and get hands on in the future. So we'll just have to keep that in mind when we come back. Interesting, that's cool. They can use half beds. Engineer's crafting table. We also have that available to us. And like a whole bunch of these things. This is gonna be really interesting here. Boing, boing. It does make it nice that we can keep ourselves from getting seriously injured if we needed. Oh yeah, let's get that. And we got another numbers. We got a lot of stuff accomplished, I think, today. Not much in the way of spare space, but we will have to make do with what we have on hand right now. Lots of stuff. Definitely lots of stuff. We are not entirely sure where we're gonna put everything, but definitely a lot of stuff. We'll go ahead and put a brewing stand down. Not sure where we're gonna put that. Not sure where we're gonna end up long term putting that, but we'll put it we'll put it on top of the crafting table for now. We got ourselves a saw, which we can put on the other side of the door here. Actually, you know what? Saws go outside, so we'll put the saw outside. Those, it looks like I finally actually have enough to make one full leather piece, which is nice. So now we got one full leather. Awesome. We got ourselves one of these lanterns, so I can go ahead and take and put that like that for now. Much better than having a torch indoors, you know, much safer, less likely to light a fire. Let's see, what else do we have available to us? Well, I look like a goofy little guy, so let's take a look at that for a second. Admire. Look at kitty slippers, also pointy slippers, and a weird face. But anyways, looks like we got a bunch of scrolls of regeneration. Not sure what they do. Okay, so those only use one at a time, so that's good. Those might be useful to have on hand. These whisk scrolls and stuff, probably not quite as necessary to have on hand. We'll go ahead and put some of those away. Cleared out our inventory once again. No more inventory for us. That is nice and cleared out. And we can go ahead and I don't think anything over there is necessary. So I think our next objective is probably going to be exploring over here. But unfortunately, it is that time of night for me. I have to go to bed. I've been recording for an hour, so hopefully this will give me about a half hour of content for you guys. I'm going to try to keep the video to a smaller size this time. The last couple times I've tried to make videos, I've probably made the ultimate mistake of going a bit too hard and going for like an hour on the video time. So this one will be, if done correctly, this one will be significantly smaller size video. A little bit more digestible for you guys, and hopefully it was a little bit more fast-paced. Hopefully there weren't too many issues, and hopefully this video did a pretty good job of recording. That would be amazing if it did. So, alright, well, this has been a wonderful day, wonderful time. Love you guys. Talk to you later. This is going to be in Boxer Gaming. Out.